Abandoned dogs are indeed a sad thing, but after I started trading, I saw that there is one thing that's even more sad. Noobs trying to jump in parabolic trend and losing money. I'm not gonna let you doggo abandon. So watch that shit. Number one thing that you may want to do, okay, to get into a decent boat is trade Ethereum right now, okay? Because I mean we may touch this level again, and if we hold here, we're going to moon. Why? Because we just did a double top here. Look at that, my friends. This is a 6-hour chart. You can see that in multiple time frames. Okay, and this is a very good, decent double bottom, in my opinion. Okay, so we got a touch, we got another touch, and we got the break on the previous line. Okay, so we're breaking right now. That's very good. That's very like it's a very strong pattern. And what you may see is that why shouldn't you go in the trade right now? Okay, because you want to see this level holding, because then it's not a double bottom. I mean, it is, but it's a failing one, and we may see lower levels again. We don't want that to happen. Everyone is so fucking bullish. Everyone's just lower. That's it, because we just broke a triangle. I was telling everybody that we had a descending triangle, but that triangle sometimes breaks to the upside, and everything was pointing. Everything was. I mean, I could sense that it would be the case, and it was. I don't want to brag. Oh, I'm right and shit. Feels good to nail, but pay attention here. We just reached the target. Okay, look at that. Let's say that this here is the target. I'm considering the bigger like part of the triangle. Okay, and let's say that we broke here, but we're almost okay, almost on the target. So you may see a little bit of more pump, but you may see resistance here. And see that here in my chart. Here in my chart, we have this diagonal line going on, but also we have this red line, which is like showing extreme resistance on that area here. So what's interesting is that those trend lines, which is a pitchfork and fib fan, they are forming sort of a triangle pattern as well. And what I think that can happen here is that we're going to reach here, test these levels, and test, and then start breaking upwards again. That's gonna be awesome. If I'm buying more crypto, I will buy when we reach the 40,000, 39,000 levels again. I'm not gonna put any trades on the middle of this channel, because this is what noobs do. Oh, a pump! Oh, they buy and then they get extremely desperate and lose a lot of cash because they see cryptocurrencies testing lower levels. They get desperate, they close the trades, they were in because they were red, they were negative, or you get stopped multiple times, and then so wow, absolutely shit trade. But what's going on right now is that Ethereum is forming a very bullish pattern right now, and I'm going to get in. I'm going to put a trade as soon as we retest these levels, and it's confirmed that we're holding. Okay, right now I'm buying some spot Ethereum, and I don't mind seeing it getting to lower levels. But what I'm going to do is putting a stop loss around right here, because if shit gets less than 2,400. Auto sell. Very important thing right now, everyone, is the global economical calendar. Please pay attention that next week we're going to have indexes and numbers, okay, related to construction. Can I translate that? It's a construction, how much the United States spent with construction monthly, okay, for the month of June. Also, we will have the index of employment on manufacturing sector. Very important data that can lead the market to be bearish or bullish. Okay, so maybe next week we'll see a move from the markets, and it can be a stocks correction, which is going to bring cryptocurrencies a little bit down, which can bring a Bitcoin to test those levels again and a little below that. Or we can see an extremely bullish numbers here, and it will prop up cryptocurrencies even more. Also, we will have a lot of auctions. Yeah, we have the Fed research with the major loan banks next week. So this is great news. I think this outcome is going to be very bullish, I think, but I want you to realize that you cannot be blindly bullish here. You have to be, your eyes should be going to that kind of news. Okay. Also, we have, what do we have here? Oh, we have an index. Where is it? Can't find it. It's an index that's going to say how many cars were sold in the year of 2021. And that is important. Is it in the year of 2021? I'm kind of confused, but you should look for that in your language, in your own language. And you should see, because that can test if we're having or not more demand on crude oil. Because the claim was that crude oil price would be pushed a little bit lower because of an agreement between Saudi Arabians and, but what can happen is that if there is more demand on oil, the price of crude oil can get a little bit more of a heat. And let me show you where we are on the crude oil price. Okay, this is gold. This is I'm showing you that gold is extremely bullish, but yeah, here we go. Crude oil is being bought back up again. I think it's just going to, resume, but those numbers can tell you in advance, right? Those numbers can tell you in advance. So go and take a look at the global economical calendar. So we have a lot of activity next week. All the countries, Brazil doing a lot of work on that too. Oh, also next week we have the activity of crude oil refineria. Oh yeah, and we're going to have numbers on crude oil importings, and crude oil cushing stocks, fuel, the distilled fuel production, and a lot of news on the fucking crude oil. So I've been telling you, you gotta pay attention on what's gonna happen to crude, because that's what's gonna happen to crypto. That's what's gonna happen with the entire market. Another thing that I want to mention is those people saying that markets are going to crash, everything is going to be horrible, etc. Balloon. That's just bullshit. The only time when markets going to crash is when you see those charts here. Where are them? US bonds, okay? And pay attention, because a lot of people go to TradingView and put US 10-year yield, and they give you the inverse, okay, correlation on the bonds. But this US government bonds 10-year yield TVC is the real bonds that I want you to look at, because the direction is, this is the direction. When you see the US bonds going up and you see the dollar going up again, together, not again, together, then it's when the markets are going to crash, okay? And it's going to be it's going to be that simple. Oh, that's it? Yeah, that's basically that. If you go and you check yourself on all the fucking structure of the world, the global economy, and the relation that it has with the stock markets, okay? I'm talking about the American stock markets, which is like where the most money is, like, well, I don't know what the fuck, 70%. Yeah. Then I'm talking about money, trading money, okay? Then you're gonna see the flow is just that. You see the 10-year yield going, spiking, and then you see the dollar spiking. You're going to see the markets just absolutely crashing. Until that doesn't happen, it's not happening. So don't get yourself fucked up because you're shorting something that's going up. And don't get yourself too bullish, because this is just like, this move looks very bad. This move looks bad. We're almost reaching this level. Probably we're going to have a rejection here. Look at that. Look at the structure. I mean, those lines, they're very, subjective, but they're very meaningful as well. And, when we break this, when we finally break this and we're out of this pitchfork here, this resistance here, and we're stabilized here, then I'm gonna say, yeah, fuck yeah, this is now put like leverage trades or whatever. But for now, I'm just buying spot, accumulating. That's it. Eyes open, everybody. Again, I'm gonna post on the video I'm gonna post on today's video again. Fucking buy gold. Get yourself a bag of gold, physical gold if you can, gold contracts, gold futures, or whatever you can. But the best thing you can do is physical gold. Look at the gold chart. Let me go to the gold. And I showed you one previous video. God damn it, motherfucking, this is going to absolutely blast. Okay, and you're going to do very well if you're holding gold. And again, there is a stable coin called PAX-G. It's on Binance, that I know for sure. It is on Binance, and it has the same price as gold. Same price, stable, stabilized on the gold's price. So get the fucking right now, and your stop loss should be somewhere around, you know, where here, you know, to be a safer stop. And if you are a conservative, around here, below that line, below these levels here, okay? But I would put definitely a stop in here, but absolutely get the fuck in gold right now. And about Ethereum, I would get the fucking Ethereum right absolutely now as well. As you see, double bottoms, they tend to, you know, we cross the line and then we tend to retest it, and if so, we're going to blast, okay? I don't want to turn the lights on. This is just a complimentary piece of the video, but I just wanted to show you the double bottom pattern and the targets, okay? How do you do that? If you were a fucking noob, okay, you see the price is going down, okay, reaches a bottom, touches a resistance level, touches the bottom again, goes up, and then it finally breaks this neckline here, okay? This is the neckline. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? Okay, probably you see that I bought here, okay? I bought some here, but this is not a very good point for you to buy. The spot for you to buy is right here at the neckline with a very tight stop loss, or after it goes up and then tests it again and then up again, and then it's just going to do something like that, okay, until the target. What's the target? The target would be exactly this line here, which is the top, okay, the bottom until the middle of the top, okay? So this is where we put our break target, is going to be around here. So as you see, we have this resistance line, okay, working on here. And always close your trade, you know, before the next fib level, because it's safer for you to close in profit, because it can just like fake up that's going to touch there and then reject, okay? So the target is around here, around $3,090 per Ethereum, okay? That's the main goal. As you see, it's just like doing good. My trade's doing good, but probably we will see a retest. So I think it's just going to pump until, you know, 2,600, and that's it. Very important thing about right now, it's the weekend, okay? It's Saturday. There is this guy, CryptoFace. So this guy, semi-smart guy. I mean, this is a smart play, but also it's dumb because people like me just watched him doing that for like a couple of weekends in a row, and then I just clicked, and that is criminal. That's a crooked game. And actually what they because it's him and his brother and a couple of friends of him. And what's going on is that they are taking money from Bybit via, I mean, if you do that on stocks, because if you gotta go on you know, your ID for having money on exchanges, and then you cannot do that with regular stocks, but you can do that with crypto because it's poorly regulated. Okay, so one of the crooked games that we have in crypto is just that. I'm going to explain it to you. You go on an exchange and then you see a bullish pattern here, okay? So a bullish pattern that can break up or not, okay? Which is a double bottom that we see here. Okay, then you say, okay, I'm going to just artificially pump up the price of that shit, because then if people see that breaking there, you will FOMO in for sure, okay? Yeah. Right, okay, so he opens a leverage trade right here, and he does that on Bybit. And then he goes on another exchange or something, then he buys a ton shit of Ethereum on spot, and then it pumps the price up. So what does he leverage trade do? Bam! Loads of cash, okay? And then he closes his leverage trade and then he leaves his spot trade on to wait for people on the subsequent days to FOMO in, FOMO, and then, he is profiting with spot and leverage. But what sardines do not know is that crooked games like that is happening on the weekends with low volume profiles, with games like that playing by rednecks that became millionaires out of a sudden somewhere in America. Fuck yeah! So that's going on. Okay, so what you need to do, beware, is that pump after double bottom, retest. Okay, it may not touch this level perfectly, it may just come here and keeps going on. Okay, so sardine, is it the better time, is it the best time for you to get in? No, do never get in after big green candles, after parabolic trends. You will get wrecked, especially because noobs love to use leverage trade. Okay, high leverage and shit, and then bam, 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 you lose. Okay, I don't want you to lose. So fuck yeah, let's make money, just let's get fucking rich. I wanna have mimosas in the sun. And that's it for today. Goodbye, see you next week.